Hey everybody. Well, the time has come to where this real nasty computer shall be cleaned. This is the one that has the cigarette smoke dust and the rat turds in it. To begin, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to do a conventional air attack, as I call it. Get rid of the, try to get rid of most of the dust, and then I'll be disassembling the computer in the backyard. And then I'll be tackling the case with some grease lightning. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. This thing is just awful. Now, of course, if you haven't seen what this thing looks like prior to cleaning, please go watch my other video where I get you a really good view of the inside of this thing using sunlight. And let me tell you, it's awful. So I'm going to go ahead and step back, cover up my nose and mouth, and begin here. Awful smell. But if you notice, if you notice, it's not getting really cloudy in here. That's because cigarette smoke dust has the tar and stuff in it, and it tends to just stick to everything. And when it's blown out, it doesn't come out as a powdery substance. As you can see, there's no apparent dust cloud here at all. But the smell is still horrible because of all the rat turds. Try to blow some of these rat turds out of here. I believe that's about as much as the compressed air is going to get with it. I'm going to show you how it looks now. Boy, let me tell you, it's very awful smelling. Do not let your house get infested with mice. And don't let your computer get infested with mice like this. As you can see, there's still a ton of mouse turds in this thing. So now, this wraps up phase 1 of this clean out. Phase 2 will be in the backyard. Okay, here's your better look at how this computer looks after being cleaned out by the compressor. As you see, it got rid of most of the cigarette smoke dust, but not so much for the mouse turds and stuff in the bottom of the machine. And of course, anytime I make a video, a loud motorcycle has to pass by. Murphy's Law. But anyways, I'm going to repeat myself just in case you didn't hear me. Basically, I cleaned this thing out with the air compressor, and that got most of the cigarette smoke dust out, but there's still lots of mouse turds and stuff in this thing. And lots of mouse pee. Very disgusting. So now this is going to be phase 2 of cleaning this computer out. You notice I got latex gloves on for this too. I just don't like handling stuff that has mouse turds and stuff on it. So yes, I did put some gloves on. In this phase, I'm going to be tearing this computer apart, piece by piece. Everything's got to come out. Drives, motherboard, power supply, everything's got to come out. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started with that. Try to get you a half decent view. Let's just go and get started here. Got a little container over here for screws and stuff to go in. Disconnect cables from the power supply. Not sure how long these latex gloves will last. Working with sharp objects, but okay. Power supply can come out. Look at that. Isn't that just nasty? Okay. You look at the power supply. I'll set that to the side. We're going to continue on to the motherboard. Yes, I'm going to even take fans out of this thing. Because what I'm going to be doing here is, once I get all the electronic components out that have not been harmed or, haven't been subjected to the mouse turds and mouse pee, I'm going to spray this computer out with a water hose and clean it down with grease lightning. There's a fan. Now for the motherboard. Disconnect all cables. There's even mouse turds on the cable. I think I'll just throw this cable away. I got tons more of them. See how the floppy cable looks. No mouse turds on the floppy cable, just some cigarette smoke dust. I think I'll just chunk out the cables. It ain't worth still trying to clean those up. This motherboard's even got a little bit of mouse pee on it. Let me tell you guys something my buddy Tim did years ago with a computer while I'm pulling this thing apart. Basically, his house burnt down years ago, and his computer was subjected to smoke. No fire damage, but just smoke. Bad smoke. And basically, he tore his whole computer apart, took the CMOS battery off the motherboard, and cleaned every component down with a hose and greased lightning. And then he let everything dry out for a few days, put it all back together. The only thing that didn't survive was the hard drive. Everything else survived to clean out. Okay, now I'll take the motherboard out. With the exception of maybe one spot, right here, motherboard's pretty clean. I might take a damp rag and wipe this spot here off. And I think we will be good to go. What's funny here is this is the motherboard that came out of my mom and dad's E-Machines computer years ago. That computer was replaced with the mid-tower Lux Black Max in 2008. I'm gonna set this motherboard right over here. I'm gonna set all this stuff over to the side when I get to clean this thing out. Alrighty. Just gonna spin the computer around. Pull the front bezel off. I'll probably give it a little rinse down too. Take these drives out. Tool-free operation. Thank goodness. I need to wipe off the top of this drive. There's a mouse turtle on the back of it and some mouse pee on it. This one's not so bad. But it's amazing where those little varmints can find spots to use a bathroom. They'll do it on practically anything. See, floppy disk drive looks okay. And last but not least, the hard drive. Man, these gloves are tough. I haven't sliced them yet. There's some mouse turds, more mouse turds, some mouse pee. Got to rinse that off. Well, I'll just put a damp rag to it because I can't get water all over the hard drive. And last thing I need to do here is take out the LEDs, buttons, and USB ports. Take this cable loose. That's got to get rinsed off. There's tons of mess all over that. And of course there's a zip tie in here too, so that just makes matters even better. So let me go grab my dike so we can pop this zip tie. Okay, I got me some dikes here. I'm going to snap this cable. Zip tie, I mean. Got a little speaker here too. That can come out. take out these wires. This is for the power LED, hard drive LED, power switch and reset switch. And last but not least, we're going to take out this little USB board. Okay everybody, for the part you've all been waiting for, it's time to go ahead and clean this thing out with water. You can probably see there's a bunch of mouse turds and everything here, so let's go ahead and get this cleaned out of here. I had no idea. Okay everybody, here's how the case looks after rinsing it down and scrubbing it with greased lightning. As you can see, the mouse pee has left some permanent stains in this case. Have a look at this. It has left some permanent stains. But on the plus side, this case is still usable. What I'm doing is I'm going to wipe down a little bit more in this area. Excuse all the background noise. I got a construction crew installing a new deck on our house. That's why you hear so much noise in the background. Excuse all that. I'm gonna do one more rinse out and we'll have to call it quits for this video, because this computer will have to sit for a while, at least the case will have to sit for a while for all the water to dry out. So anyways, I'll let this case sit out in the sun for the rest of today and probably tomorrow, and then I will put this machine back together sometime, probably next week. I gotta give this thing some time to dry out before I put the electronic components back in. Now, as you saw, I did actually wipe the motherboard down using a damp cloth. I'm going to show you how it looks now. The stains are completely gone from the motherboard. That's where one of the stains was at. We can see it's a very small amount still there, but looks a lot better than it did. So anyways, this is quite a long video, probably interesting for some of you guys. So anyways, any questions or comments, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.